Who would have thought that a young, desperate lady, maltreated by everyone, will one day change the world? Definitely not in the case of Sarah. Some people inherit homes, some inherit fortunes. But when Sarah was born, she inherited something far more insidious than debt or lack. She inherited the echo of empty pockets. It was a constant whisper in her life, a quiet, insistent voice telling her that poverty was her birthright, and that wealth was just a cruel joke reserved for others. Every broken toy, every cold night, every strained whisper between her parents painted a clear, dark picture. For Sarah's family, money wasn't just scarce, it was a foreign language. They didn't just lack wealth, they feared it. They truly believed that abundance was only for the corrupt, the greedy, or simply not for them. So Sarah worked. She clawed. Not to get rich, that felt like fantasy, but just to survive. To outrun the haunting ghost of those empty pockets. She told herself she was strong, she was resilient. But the inherited voice, the poison in her foundation, always whispered the same lie. You can work yourself to the bone, Sarah, but you will never truly escape. Sarah entered her 20s fueled by pure, desperate ambition. She waited tables. She cleaned office toilets until midnight. She even scraped together enough to start her own small craft business out of a cramped, tiny apartment. Each new venture was a frantic sprint, fueled by her drive, but always sabotaged by an invisible enemy. She tried to be diligent. She tried to be smart. But no matter how hard she pushed, how many extra hours she poured in, the same heartbreaking pattern repeated itself. Always just enough to survive, never enough to thrive. And with each failure, that limiting whisper grew into a paralyzing shout. The voice would mock her. See, Sarah, it's not for you. You're trying too hard. You're cursed by your beginnings. Wealth isn't in your blood. She was tired, so deeply, utterly tired. The entire world felt like a solid, impenetrable wall, constantly pushing her back to where she started. That day, sitting on that damp park bench, Sarah was ready to surrender. Not just to giving up on money, but to giving up on hope. She was ready to accept the lie that she was simply unlucky. Then an elderly man approached her. He didn't offer a job or a handout. He offered her something far more precious than anything she had ever been given, an ear. He just listened to the whole heavy story she carried. And then he asked her a single question that shattered everything she thought she knew. The man, wise and calm, asked her a truly forbidden question. Do you believe you can be wealthy, truly wealthy in your heart? And the raw truth spilled out. She told him she did not, that she came from nothing. That wealth wasn't for people like her, that it was simply not in her story. The man told her, that, my dear, is your story, and it's the only thing holding you back. He explained that wealth isn't about where you start or even how many hours you work. It's about what you believe you deserve and what you believe is possible for you. He spoke to her about the scarcity mindset. He spoke about abundance. He showed her the invisible chains she had been forging around her own potential every time she accepted a limiting belief. He said her past wasn't a curse, but a profound lesson. That every failure wasn't proof that she was destined to fail, but proof that she was brave enough to try. He planted a single seed, a new way of thinking, and it wasn't easy. That old whisper, empty pockets, it fought back every single day. But now Sarah had a new voice fighting back harder, a voice that asked, What if I can? She started challenging every negative thought, every inherited belief. She studied. She learned. She changed her mind. The change wasn't overnight. It was a slow, deliberate bloom. But as her mindset shifted, her entire world followed. Opportunities appeared where she once only saw walls. Failures became lessons, not dead ends. The new businesses Sarah started, this time, thrived. Today, Sarah is a millionaire. Not because she was lucky or because someone finally handed her a fortune. She became wealthy because she chose to inherit a new mindset, not an old poverty. And her greatest joy isn't in the wealth itself, but in the power of knowing that she broke the cycle. Her journey began with an echo of empty pockets, but it is ending with the roar of abundance. And her message is clear. Your circumstances do not define your potential. Your past does not dictate your future. The only true barrier to your wealth, your success, your happiness, is the limiting story you continue to tell yourself. For some of us, the reason why everything seems not to be working is because you don't believe it can. And whatever you don't believe is possible can never become your reality. I tell you, Sarah just needed to change her thoughts and beliefs, and her life changed. The same can be your story. Change your mind today, and you will change your world. If you were inspired by Sarah's story, hit on the like and subscribe button for more inspiring videos, and let me know in the comment section what story you will choose to tell yourself today.